This is me in high school. I'd like to say I was a pretty cool guy, pretty well thought of, but I was also wicked skinny. I was also a little nerdy, not that much, a little bit. Now I'm 23 years old, I'm out of school, and I've been fortunate to do things like travel the world and get a college degree and work with some really successful people all along the way. So without further ado, this is how I glowed up since high school. Number 1, I started lifting all the time. Now, in high school, it was kind of on and off for me. I was a big time tennis player, and I still am now, but I wasn't lifting a ton in high school. A day in the life of high school me would be, I wake up, I go to school, and then year round I was practicing tennis, so I would be at practice after school until about 5, and then I'd do homework. I wasn't really lifting after that. There were a few times where I was pretty into it, but it was never consistent. Now, once I graduated, I remember my friend Jack and I actually got the Planet Fitness 18 and under free summer deal, and we were hitting the gym quite a bit. This was only expanded on when I got to school at Miami University. Love and honor, baby! And I was hitting the rec center just about every day after class and mixing in tennis when I could. I definitely made lifting, working out more of a priority once I got to school. In high school, I was about 150 pounds on average. Now I clock in at about 175, and that whole process started once I was working out all the time and once I built that into my schedule once I got to university. Now, I can't say it was all working out. I mean, I'm just gonna be honest, my genetics did help, but I was also eating a lot, especially in the all-you-can-eat buffet style dining halls at Miami, and those things, both with the working out, helped me to glow up, build more muscle, not just be a super skinny guy. All right, number 2. Another thing that was really big for me was accentuating the things that you love and just being yourself. Not only do I love tennis, but I'm a big music enthusiast. I'm actually going to be putting some of my own music out very soon. By the time you're watching it, it may already be out. So if that's something you're interested in, I'll link below. And I also love anime. I became unafraid to talk about that in circles. Of course, I wouldn't just bring it up out of nowhere, but if it happened to be in the conversation, I would totally be like, oh yeah, I love Attack on Titan. I think Levi's the coolest. Just not being afraid to be myself. And I have a really cool motto that I go by, and it basically goes like this. When you have the courage to be yourself, you actually give other people access to be themselves too. The amount of times that I have brought anime up in a conversation and somebody goes, wait a second, you like Naruto? And then we both get to be ourselves, talk about this thing that we like, and just build a deeper relationship as a result. It's pretty cool. Yours doesn't have to be tennis, music, anime, movies. It can be whatever you want. Really hone in on the things that you like and strive to live a life where you can accentuate those things. It worked for me, and I know it can work for you too. Going off of that though, find something deeper to do when you're done with school or work and done with all your homework than just, dare I say it, being lazy, just watching TV. Find something that you like and you want to keep getting better at. Maybe it's a sport, maybe it's writing. I know this was the case for me as I started to write my own TV pilot scripts. Maybe it's a club, an organization that you want to be a part of. Try not to just spend all your nights crashing and watching Netflix. If you're about that, then more power to you, but it was me doing less of that and doing more of things that I wanted to get better at that helped me to glow up. Number 4. I ditched sweatpants. I still have sweatpants and I still like wearing them around the house or if I'm just casually going out, but to class and to work, I stopped wearing sweatpants entirely. It was only jeans, slacks, khakis, something about it. I just wanted to try a different style. And speaking of trying new styles, at the end of high school, I got a leather jacket. Crazy enough, I saw G-Eazy wearing a leather jacket. I thought it was really cool, and I said, you know what, I want to get one of those. And it was definitely a little strange at first. People were like, whoa, what's that leather jacket? But I really liked it, and it has become a staple of my style. I also got a jean jacket. I wear tighter pants, to accentuate the legs, I started wearing long pea coats in the wintertime. I started wearing scarves. I started wearing boots. I embraced some new styles that maybe seemed a little too out there or even too feminine in high school, but I wanted to dress more like, well, an elegant man. And by me embracing these styles, I totally glowed up? Glowed up? Let me know in the comments below about that. Another thing I did, which you might not believe by watching this video, but I've grown out my hair a number of times. First, I started doing it when I graduated high school, and then I ended up cutting my hair into my freshman year. Then COVID hit, and I grew out my hair again, and I cut that into spring of my sophomore year when I was studying abroad in Luxembourg. Then junior year, I had short hair, but then I started growing an undercut, and by the time I went to Japan, my undercut was pretty long, and I got a shortcut there. And then finally coming back from Japan, I kept it short, but then grew it out all summer and had it long well into 2024. Actually, in my first video on becoming a mooring person, as well as my original channel trailer, you can actually see that long hair. Now, what's the point of all that? Why did I just say that? Because growing out my hair was something that I'd always wanted to do, but didn't really have the courage to do it, or thought that it might not look good or people would think it looked funny. But experimenting with those different styles and then embracing those different styles, again, helped me to glow up to where I am today. Maybe I'll grow it out again. We'll see. With embracing new styles, whether it's hairstyles or clothing, it was all about taking a risk, trying something new. And I definitely took more risks as I got to university. At the time of COVID hitting, I had actually never left the country and even Eastern time zone, save a couple of college tours. We didn't do tons of traveling growing up, but also I figured that I'd have a chance to do it later in life. But at the time of the pandemic, all that was taken away. And I couldn't help but ask myself, would there be another chance to do this? When I got to school, I knew that I wanted to study abroad in my sophomore year, but that was the COVID year. However, it wasn't the end for me. I still sought out the one program that was still on, and that was Miami University's Luxembourg program. They call it the Miami University d'Allebois European Center in Differdange. And even in the midst of the pandemic and all this uncertainty that was going on, I still filled out an application and applied. And I was fortunate to get in, where I made amazing friends, traveled to 7 countries, and made tons of great memories. And that really ignited my passion for travel and my travel journeys that I've had since. And if that's something you're interested in, then I hope you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because this channel is all about mindset and growing and learning, but I'm all about uncovering the secrets of the world. And in my travels, I plan to share all the lessons that I've learned right here on this channel, so subscribe if you haven't already. But first, I want to touch on the last thing that helped me to grow up, and it was becoming more self-aware. My senior year of high school, I started journaling, and that has become a game changer for me. I'm all about thinking about what other people might be thinking. I've become more empathetic and thinking, listen, I don't know what's going on in someone's life. I don't know what their situation is. So let me approach it in the best way I can to be respectful of other people and also to be respectful of myself. I can't settle for less. I have to strive to become the best version of me that I can. What do I want and what don't I want? How can I attain and avoid those things? So by becoming more self-aware, by developing a consistent workout routine, trying different styles, taking more risks, all of these things helped me to glow up, and I'm very confident that they can help you to glow up too. I can't really speak to the beard. I just suddenly started to be able to grow it just over a year ago. Just got lucky with the genetics, I guess. But anyway, thank you for watching until the end, and I hope that my story can help to inspire yours. And I'm looking forward to seeing you on the next one right here.